Radha Shri Gaur Bhaktavani ki jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Syama Kund Radha Kund Giruvaran ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki jai. Sri Jamunamai Gangamai Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premananda Haribo. All glory is the sum of the devotees. All glory is the sum of the devotees. All glory to the sum of the devotees. Jai Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9, Text 47. Tustuvor Munayo Hrishta Krishnam Tadguya Namabi Tatas Te Krishna Hridaya Swashraman Prayayu Punaha Tustuvur Munayo Rishta Krishnam Tadguyanam Abhihi Tataste Krishna Hridaya Swashramam Prayayu Punaha Tustuvur Munayo Hrishta Krishnam Tadguyamam Abhihi Tataste Krishna Hridaya Swashraman Prayayu Punaha Tustuvur Munayo Hrishta Krishnam Tadguyanam Abhihi Tataste Krishna Hridaya Sashraman Prayayu Punaha. Mataji's Tustuvur Munayo Hrishta Krishnam Tadguyanam Abhihi Tataste Krishna Hridaya Swashraman Prayayu Punaha Tustuvu satisfied Munayo of the great sages headed by Vyasadeva, etc. Krista, all in a happy mood. Actually, Rista, all in a happy mood. Krishna, unto Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Tat, this. Guya, confidential. Namabi, by his holy name, etc. Tata, thereafter. Te, they. Krishna Hridaya, persons who always hear Lord Krishna in their hearts. Swa ashramam, to their respective hermitages. Prayayu, returned. Puna, again. All the great sages then glorified the Lord Sri Krishna, who was present there, by confidential Vedic hymns. Then all of them returned to their respective hermitages, bearing always, hearing always, Lord Krishna within their hearts. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The devotees of the Lord are always in the heart of the Lord, and the Lord is always in the heart of the devotees. That is the sweet relation between the Lord and his devotees. Due to unalloyed love and devotion for the Lord, the devotees always see him within themselves. And the Lord also, although he has nothing to do and nothing to aspire to, is always busy in attending to the welfare of his devotees. For the ordinary living beings, the law of nature is there for all actions and reactions. But he is always anxious to put his devotees on the right path. The devotees are therefore under direct care of the Lord, and the Lord also voluntarily puts himself under the care of his devotees only. So all the sages, headed by Vyasadeva, were devotees of the Lord, and therefore they chanted the Vedic hymns after the funeral ceremony just to please the Lord who was present there personally. All the Vedic hymns are chanted to please Lord Krishna. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 15:15. All the Vedas, Upanishads, Vedanta, etc. are seeking him only, and all hymns are for glorifying him only. The sages therefore performed the exact act suitable for the purpose, and they happily departed for their respective hermitages. Tustavur munayo rishta Krishnam tadguyanama bihi tataste Krishna Hridaya swashramam prayayu punaha. All the great sages then glorified the Lord Sri Krishna, who was present there by confidential Vedic hymns. Then all of them returned to their respective hermitages, bearing always Lord Krishna within their hearts. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. So here, the science of Krishna is given. Sarunam Hridayam Mayam, Sarunam Hridayam Twaham. Devotees are in my heart, Srimad Bhagavatam states, and I am in their heart. I know nothing but them, and they only know me. When Lord Narayan was approached by Durvasa Muni, who was being chased after he had offended the great Raja Rishi. Who he had offended? Ambarish. He was being chased by the Sudarshan disc. And he approached Narayan. He was such a powerful yogi. But Narayan said, Sarunam Hridayam Mayam, Sarunam Hridayam Twaham. Devotees are in my heart, and I am in their heart. They know nothing but me, and I know nothing but them. So these sages, their consciousness was fixed in Krishna. And Krishna was only thinking of them, of his devotees. And their whole aim was to please Krishna. Samsarir Haritosanam. In the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, second chapter, it stated, Atak Pumbir Dvijasresta Varnashrama Vibhagasa Sonustitasya Dharmasya Samsadir Haritosanam. That no matter what ashram or what is your activity in life, everything and all of our work, all of our activities are meant samsadir haritosanam, to please the Lord Hari. This is our only business, to please the Lord Hari. In this material world, everyone's working very hard to please themselves, but they don't know what they are. It's stated in Bhagavatam, Nate vidu swargagatim hi Vishnu durashaya yeba hirartamanina. They don't know the ultimate goal of life is Krishna, Vishnu, and therefore they engage in so many activities to please their senses. Make nice arrangement of the government, make nice arrangement of social life, make nice arrangement in the city, but none of these can bring them satisfaction. Srila Prabhupada gives the example that a lady was taking care of a bird in a cage. And she would go and every day dust the cage with a feather duster and make sure that the cage was very nice. The bird inside the cage was dying, but the cage looked terrific. Just like somebody told me, I had lost all my blood, and they said, you know, you look terrific. There was one Mataji here, Omkar. One of our dear godbrothers had passed away, and we went to the funeral home. His name was Sudama. And so we were all circumambulating his body. Somehow or other, his facial hairs had grown after his passing. I guess that happens. Your facial hairs grew. He looked nice. I don't know what happened. He had left his body. Of course, he's a devotee. And Omkar Mata said, shouted out, I'll never forget, Sudama, you look better dead than you did when you were alive. So somebody told me after I lost all, oh, you look terrific. We're not our bodies. It's an illusion. I got no blood. Oh, you look good without blood. That's a good position for you. Everyone's trying to look good. Janmaisvarya Shruta Shri Edamana Marak Puman. Good birth, good wealth, good learning, and beauty. And they think these things will bring them happiness. Actually, Queen Kunti says these bring intoxication. Edumara Madak Puman. And they make it so one cannot feelingly chant Jai Radha Madhava, our Srila Prabhupada stated. We strive for all of these externals and think that they'll bring us happiness. If I get some wealth, oh, then I'll be happy. And one gets wealth, and everyone wants to take it away, and ultimately it's taken away. We have some beauty, and we get older and older, and the beauty starts to fade. Everyone knows. All grandmas and grandpas look alike. Faded beauty. When they were 20, they were amazing. But at 60, 70, 80, not so good. We want good education. My brother, I always give the example. He has 7 PhDs. He works for the World Health Organization in China. He's a nurse practitioner, which is the highest nurse, just below a doctor. They can write prescriptions, the nurse practitioner. He went to school till he was 50-something. He has degrees in health, psychology. You can't even remember all the degrees. And he is the most miserable person you'd ever want to meet. He tells me every time I see him, I'm so miserable. I can't stand my life. I hate everyone. So, good education. He has got good education. Spent millions of dollars. It didn't bring him happiness. People may be falsely thinking, oh, I'm so happy. I'm a doctor now. I'm a PhD. I'm so educated. It's an intoxication. When Srila Prabhupada was preaching Krishna consciousness, I was a freshman, sophomore in college. And devotees came to the campus and said, come join Krishna consciousness. I said, I want to get my education. My parents want to see me get my education. And Bhutama Prabhu explained to me that Krishna consciousness is the topmost education. They don't teach it in the college. But this education is the education of the soul. There's no books in college that teach the science of the soul. Only Vaishnava Shastra. So, we dropped out of the so-called higher education. We were at University of Illinois and joined the highest education, Krishna consciousness, the University of Krishna consciousness. You can't get a better education. Why? Because people, after their education, they don't know what the purpose of life is. They still try to please their senses, their minds, the minds of their loved ones senses. Natevidu swargagikitim hi Vishnu. They're bewildered. What is life about? But we know, as Vaishnavas studying Srimad Bhagavatam and the Vaishnava Shastras, Atak Pumbir Dvija Stresta, Varnashrama Vibhagasas, Swanustistasya Dharmasya, Samsadir Samsadir Hari Tosanam. That of all the different varnas and ashrams, all the different things in life, they're all meant to please the Lord Hari. Hari Lilamrita Bachaha. Just like Srila Prabhupada gives the example, Yasmin Tuste Jagat Tustam. By giving pleasure to the stomach, every part of the body becomes satisfied. Fingers, eyes, nose, whatever you have. Yasmin Tuste Jagat Tustam. By watering the root of the plant becomes nourished. It can perform its photosynthesis and grow into a major plant. Yasmin Tuste Jagat Tustam. By pleasing Krishna, everyone becomes satisfied. There's a story that Srila Prabhupada tells that just prior to the banishment of the Pandavas by the Kurus, Duryodhana was serving this Durvas Muni. And Durvas Muni gave him a benediction that I give you anything you like. Any benediction I can give you. Durvas had great mystical powers. So Duryodhana said, not now, but I'll come to you later. So when the Pandavas were banished to the forests, and they were there every day just putting together some foodstuffs, Bhima was eating so much, the other Pandavas not so much. And I think Draupadi was cooking. So this Draupadi, she had a benediction that if she had left a little bit of prasadam, she could feed an enormous amount of people, the whole village. And Duryodhana asked that you go with your 1,000 disciples to the Pandavas in the forest and ask them for prasadam. So they went, and unfortunately, Draupadi had eaten the last drop on her plate, and she couldn't feed the entire 1,000 disciples of Durvas. So they were praying, and Lord Krishna came, and he went to the dishes after they had eaten their prasad, and there was a little tiny bit of shak, spinach, that was not even, it was stuck to the pan. It was just leftover. They couldn't even get it off the pan to feed themselves. But Krishna took it and scraped it off the pan and ate the shak. And when Durvas came back, there was enough prasadam for everyone. Yasmin Tuste Jagat Tustam. By pleasing Lord Krishna, everyone becomes pleased. So much so that Duryodhana's supposed curse, because he was trying to please his own senses, his curse was foiled. Because the Pandavas, being great devotees of the Lord, they wanted to please Krishna. Samsariyar Hari Tosanam. They wanted to please the Lord Hari. And even that little bit of leftover shak was so pleasing to Lord Krishna that he made the food available, just like we're offering little trays of prasadam on the altar, and Krishna's making available enough to feed the entire camp. Humongous breakfast feasts every day. Sabji, rice, salad. First is given to Krishna. Krishna blesses it. He accepts it. He's pleased. And then he gives it all back to us, more than we can handle. Actually, more than we can handle. Amazing amount of prasadam. So this story was told in a lecture by Srila Prabhupada about the Pandavas pleasing the Lord Hari. And this is our business, that somehow or other we have gotten this human form of life. We've been born in mostly sinful situation. Maybe there's a few of you who are born Vaishnavas, I don't know. But for myself, born in a hellish, sinful situation, sinful family. But by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, by the grace of Lord Krishna, by the grace of the Vaishnavas, we have to be so grateful and thankful. We have been given an opportunity to study Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and to learn to love Krishna, to please Krishna. And by pleasing Krishna, by loving Krishna, we please the entire world. One may say, well, my parents don't like this. The philosophy is Yasmin tu ste jagat tu stam. Please Krishna, everyone becomes pleased. Myself, in my personal life, my parents were very upset. They wanted me to be like my uncle in the banking business. He was the senior vice president of the First Continental Bank of Evanston, Illinois. Uncle Phil. And I was headed for that vocation. So they were, what happened to your banking? What happened to your career? In that career, I think you make a lot of money. He was making a lot of money. But later, when Sita and Nomi, my children, were born, my parents became infatuated with the Vaishnav children. Just like this little boy that comes and plays drum. They were so attached to Sita and Ramnami, Sita Priya and Ramnami, that they began to like Krishna. Actually, at one point, my mother was so opposed to Krishna consciousness, she took up, I've told you before, Nam Yoho Rengekyo. I said, why are you chanting Nam Yoho Rengekyo? Chant Hare Krishna. She said, I received my Gahanza. Is it called Gahanza? Gahanta. Gahanza, I think it's called. They have a temple right here on Fairfax in Venice. Beautiful temple. They're nice people. But they chant for some benediction. Devotees chant, my dear Lord, please take everything. I'm yours. O Lord, O energy of the Lord, please engage me in your service. And the Lord takes everything. He is Hari. But this particular group, chants for a car or a house or some benediction. So I knew that. I had visited them. I asked my mother, what benediction are you praying for? And she responded coyly, that you get out of Hare Krishna. And I said, well, I guess my chanting's more powerful than yours because it isn't working. She ultimately gave up her Gahanza and her Nam-myoho Renge-kyo. She was a Jewish lady, Nam-myoho Renge-kyo. Buddhist meditation. And she realized, I can never convince this guy. I can't get that benediction. Maybe I can get a car, I can get a house, but I can't get him out of Hare Krishna. He has free will. So this human form of life is so rare, and we should be so grateful that the Shastras, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, the spiritual master, the saintly devotees, and the Shastra are all educating us and leading us to a life of pleasing the Lord Hari. And therefore we have to give others by preaching, by distributing books, Prashadam and Harinam. Give others the chance to learn that the goal of life is to please the Lord Hari. Natevidu Swargagatimi Vishnu. They're bewildered. What is the purpose of life? Why am I here? Why am I suffering? What is my purpose? And it is our business to give them Krishna consciousness, Krishna literature, Krishna chanting, Krishna prasad, to educate them that the purpose of your life is to please the Lord Hari. When you please the Lord Hari, then you'll be satisfied, Lord will be satisfied, you'll be satisfied, and everyone will be satisfied. That's stated here in this verse, that all of they chanted the Vedic hymns just to please the Lord Hari. And all hymns are for glorifying Him. They performed their exact act suitable, and in that way they happily departed for their respective hermitages. We want to be happy in this world. I had to go to this clinic, and one nurse, she was very small, and she was working so hard not to please Krishna, but to take care of nursing business, running from one patient, this room, that room, that she actually collapsed, and they had to bring her to the emergency room. I was amazed. I asked her afterwards, what happened? And she said, oh, I'm taking on too much stress. I'm always in anxiety about helping everyone, making them healthy. Now that's nice, but that's not pleasing Krishna. We can do philanthropic activity and feed the poor. We can visit the sick. We can give money to those who are in need of money. But those philanthropic activities will keep us in anxiety and frustration and filled with stress. Our stress can only be removed when we please the Lord Hari. I tried to tell her, you should chant Hare Krishna and please God, and then you'll be very peaceful and happy. And she kind of looked bewildered and she said, oh. And I said, I'll tell you more later. So this is our business, to give people Krishna. Krishna becomes pleased, they become pleased, and ultimately Srila Prabhupada's whole mission was to make the whole world satisfied by pleasing Lord Krishna. Samsiddhir Haritosana. Thank you very much. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga.